And we're so happy to see that you're doing well. Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, so this is the first time I'm publicly speaking about this, but I'm actually recovering from a kidney and pancreas transplant. When I started 2K TV, people don't know this, but I was diagnosed with end-stage kidney failure. So for about 2 years, I was changing my diet, working with my doctors to stay healthy and to be able to keep the show rolling. And it's been...
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got P.J. Washington. Rozier's out there with Bouknight. Then it's Thorpe, and it's Oubre in at the 3. And for the Clippers, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wing. Cody Zeller out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Jay in at the 1 spot. And Greg, some players say they watch the standings. Others say they ignore them. Which side were you on? Here we go.
You know, at times I did a little of both. But I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. Now, there was a couple years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom. Some power coming from the PG.
That's right. GA seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Now here's Bouknight. Washington finds Rozier. Off target with his 3. Jay. Rozier defending. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Still Clippers ball.
To the paint. The jump hook. No good from Jay. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now here's Bouknight. D right on him. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, James Borrego had a few minutes to share with me. And as we were talking about Kawhi Leonard, his defense was the first thing that came up. Coach told me that while Kawhi may not be the individual defensive powerhouse he once was, they're still not going to challenge him more than they need to. Negating Kawhi's presence at that end of the floor is much easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Leonard after Terry Rozier's basket. Outside, George, 6 to shoot. From deep, buries it from three-point range.
It matters not if you're staying attached and connected to Paul George. He's got the height and release point to get it off anyway.
Pass to Thorpe. Charlotte moving it around. Rozier with the ball. And Zeller picks him up defensively. It's blocked. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Down low. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, there's a high IQ when you're talking about Marcus Morris. And in pick-and-roll sets, he is understanding how to get what he wants.
Here's Thorpe. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. On the wing, Rozier. And that one drops for him.
The more of those mid-range jumpers Rozier hits, the more the passing lanes will open up for him.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
Ivica Zubac.
Clippers leading by 4. And there's the pass to Jerry. Back to Leonard. To the left side wing. Here's Jay. Offensive rebound. Zubac, that's good.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Passes to Booknight. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. And no good that time. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Listen, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover closer to the basket.
The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls.
Paul George, one of those players the media appreciates because he doesn't give you pat answers. When you ask him a question, he is thoughtful and is honest.
Mann's checked in for Marcus Morris. And then for Charlotte, Plumlee comes in for Thorpe. And Serge Ibaka subbed in for Washington. Now here's Booknight. 12 points his last outing.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
This is as good as it gets for first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with, incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Here's Mann. Jay, the pass to Zubac.
Boy, that was quick. already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong, control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On the wing, Rozier. Pass to Oubre. Here's Bouknight. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Ibaka, the pass to Plumlee. Shoots over Zubac. Plumlee, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Mann. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Ibaka. Oubre on the wing. Over George. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Oh. One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside. Substitution here for the Clippers. Zeller, he's checked in for Zubac. Johnson comes in for Mann. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Jay's subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Hornets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Aldridge. Thorpe comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's P.J. Washington in for Bouknight. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We got Terry Rozier. Thorpe is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Lakers was tremendous. He finished with 14 points, and there was no quit in his attack. He dared the defense to keep hitting him. He kept on going back to the charity stripe. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
Jay, the back. To George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Left side, Leonard. Over Rozier. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Rozier missing.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Jay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Clippers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Number 7, at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Zubac is checked in for Cody Zeller. So he gets them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
.41 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oubre kicks to Rozier. Plumlee with it. Leonard picks him up. Thorpe. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Thorpe's got his first 2 points.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Jay, the pass to Zubac. He dishes it to George. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 7 points.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
No good on the last second attempt there. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Clippers on top. They finish off the second quarter on a 14-5 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Jay in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Hornets trail by 8. Now Rozier, 7 points in the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Personal foul.
Here's George. He has 7. Pass to Jay. Clippers moving the ball around. That's tipped. 3-on-3. Here's Bouknight. And Bouknight slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Charlotte making a switch. Ibaka's checked in. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Jay, the pass to Zeller. This is his first free throw of the game.
First team foul. At the line for your Clippers, Cody.
No good on that.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. He hits the second from the line. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. In the second half, they've only given up one basket coming from the free throw line. And Shea gets the whistle that time.
First team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ibaka, the pass to Bouknight. On the wing, Rozier. Ibaka looking for an opening. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bouknight. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 9 points for James Bouknight.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And the basket by Rozier.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Driving to the basket. Now the pass to Jay. Zeller against Ibaka. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Good claw in complete command of the ball on the way up. Nicely done.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. 13 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Drills it from outside. Rozier's got 12 in the game.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
He gets it in there. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And the Hornets call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
We'll go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for... Charlotte trailing. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got Jones, Thorpe is out there with Plumlee. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Carey in at the 2-dot. Clippers moving the ball around. And Jones sends it back. Now, here's Washington. Guarded closer.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Passes it to Washington. Here's Thorpe to tie it up. Green for 2 points. Thorpe's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. Thorpe's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Jay, he's covered by Washington. Jay, the pass to Zubac. That one goes in.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Jones, no luck.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
From the backcourt.
Absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Here's Thorpe. Headshot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right side, Jones. Plumlee, the pass to Washington. Just 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. Second chance effort. Plumlee finds Washington. To the middle. Here's Carey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his third personal.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Oubre's checked in for Jones. And Bouknight comes in for Plumlee. And Leonard gets it to go.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
To the inside. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Tony.
I mean, if the defender's going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Jay. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Oubre on the wing. Pass to Thorpe. Now here's Bouknight. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from George. Los Angeles leading by 7. And that one is hammered home.
Well, at 6'9", with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
And Bouknight slams it in.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 7. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, James.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's he's taken it.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A nice shot by Zeller.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And the Hornets call time here. They're down by 9. 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Jay Rozier defending. Jay the pass to Zeller. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Gasol finds Kennard. Out left to the wing. Here's Jay. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Yeah, it is very exciting, and I know the viewers are bored with me and they want you to get back ASAP.
They need these good looks back on the show, you know what I mean? They need a little bit of this.
This is our Thanksgiving episode, so we are so thankful that you're doing well.
And I'm just so thankful for the amazing team of doctors that have taken care of me and the fans that have shown me so much support when I haven't really talked about this publicly. You guys were awesome, and it made
It's always happening in Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, right in the middle of all the action. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Brian, thanks. Kyrie Irving has settled in Brooklyn after his time in Cleveland and Boston. He said, "I'm grateful to be in a position to set a better example now. What I learned was, even on the bad days, you have to galvanize the group. And there isn't one leader. It's the balance of leadership." Guys?
Wise words, Allie. Thank you for that. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. George and Leonard at the 2 and the 3. Marcus Morris out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Jay in at the point. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Irving runs point with Harden to his side. Kevin Durant is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Little in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And this can be an uncertain time of year for a lot of teams, Brent, with the trade deadline coming up fast.
Well, a lot of players too, B.A., and these trades that come up not always are about just a player and their playing style. There's so many financial implications that are in place. And you start to wonder, are teams building for the rest of this season or starting to situate themselves for the next 2 or 3 years?
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Here's Durant. Little controls the rebound and the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And there's the drive. Jay, soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Irving, that's good.
If there's a part of KD's game that goes under the radar, it's probably that right there, playmaking.
Now Los Angeles with it, coming off a win against the Hornets.
Hey guys, can we show some love to the defense in that game? They were relentless. They were dominant. It was just a great performance overall.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Here's Irving after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Jay. He has 6. And that one's long. Outside Harden. Outside Durant. Outside Irving. Fires the 3. Another miss by Irving. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 to get things going. Inside, Jay. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Give him 8.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Durant against George. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Zeller. Leonard outside. Over Finney-Smith. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Outside Irving. Oh, it's stolen by Zeller. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the Nets making a change here. Dumboya's checked in. Zubats, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Jay. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Bazemore's checked in for Durant. Carter comes in for James Harden. And it's Mills in for Irving. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Man's checked in. Now here's Carter. 15 in his last outing.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Pass to Zubats. Here's Jay. To the inside. Leonard gets the bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Mills. A 17-point game for him in the win against Dallas. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Pass to man. Here's Jay. Give him 8. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Carter. It's a 10-point game. And there's the rejection. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson is checked in. Here's Little, coming off a solid outing against Dallas. Here's Carter. Goes up with it again. Blocked! Pass to Jay. 36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Count it. Leonard's got 6 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Jay. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Takes it inside and is blocked. Outside Mills. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break up 12. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. We'll be right back after this word. And always ready in the clutch. Kyrie Irving says he saves his best for the fourth quarter.
For me, I just try to fill out the game, think about plays that I could run in order to execute. That kind of I've been holding on to.
Irving, perhaps.
Clippers
Substitution here for Brooklyn. Durant, he's checked in for Little. Finney-Smith comes in for Bazemore. James Harden, he's checked in for Carter. And Irving is subbed in for Mills. They grab their own miss. And that one's good. Zeller.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. The star-studded backcourt of Irving and Harden. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Doumbouya in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Jay. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Back to Harden. Outside Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. 19-footer. It's wide right, hits off the rim. The Clippers shooting just around 41% in the second.
I'll tell you, man, Irving can do many things for your ball club. But at the top of the list, he's a tremendous shooter with great range and great confidence.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He added 15 points and just played hard, notching a double-double. And his effort helps end their losing streak. He'll be looking to inspire them with another win tonight.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Pass to Zeller, and it's blocked by Irving.
How about that? I mean, if Irving's blocking shots, that's a great sign for this team.
And that one's good. Doumbouya
getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The Clippers in the lead. Zeller up top. Here's Jay. Back to Zeller. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Good on the bucket. Zeller's got 6 points in the quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Outside for Irving. Pass to Dumboya. Outside Durant. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the shot. He got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Clippers on top. They lead. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The emphasis placed on athleticism is bigger than it's ever been, and that goes for all positions.
Yeah, you're going to need athletes all over the floor, BA, and I think there's this trend to finding wing players or taller players who have the capability of being very good at a lot of things and not just specialists anymore. That's the way modern-day rosters seem to be being built.
And so in the game for the Clippers, the 1-2 punch of George and Kawhi on the perimeter. Cody Zeller is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Jay in at the point. Pass to Little. Here's Irving. Zeller with the rebound.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Zubac, he's checked in for Zeller. He got a piece of it, and they're able to recover.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
To the paint. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 13. Harden, the pass to Durant. Pass to Little. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a...
Coming out of the court for the Clippers. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, James Harden. And at the line, one time.
That's good from Harden.
And you look at Harden's endurance, able to give 100% night in and night out. And he plays as many minutes as you need.
Here's Zeller, and he lays it up and in. Zeller's got 8 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 3 from deep since the break. Inside, here's Little. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
To the inside. Leonard's shot's good. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Leonard, right side. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Now here's Irving to the middle. Here's Little. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The 3 is up. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Buzzer-beating backbreaker. That pushes the lead to double digits going into the final period.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for the Clippers. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Irving runs point with Harden to his side. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Doumbouya in at power forward. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Jay. Pass to Zeller. And he can't get that one. The Nets go the other way with it. They'll take on the Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse after this one. That'll be the first of a 5-game tour around the league. Fader on the way. That one's wide left.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
It's tipped. Outside Harden. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
Clever move by Harden. He pulls up fast before the defense can react accordingly.
Kennard on the wing. Pass to Jay. Down low. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Here's Finney-Smith. Rebound by the Clippers. Zeller's got 9 rebounds now. Now here's Leonard to the middle. Ooh, here's Zeller. Slams it home.
Well, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
And the Nets call time here. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
To the loudest section in the building. Come on, who wants it? Get loud.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Doumbouya. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Paul George, he's checked in for Kennard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Nash was going over with his team. He's been really discouraged by their effort. He said, quote, it's about want to. Fighting through the adversity. Look at yourselves and ask, quote, what can I do to help us win? He's laying down the challenge.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats checked in. Leonard outside. Back to Zubats. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn with the board. Durant with it. Guarded now by George. Inside. Here's Little. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
His first foul. First team foul.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Clippers.
They haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They've been the aggressors.
And it's a feel-good night from behind the three-point line, racking up a ton of threes.
Well, your 7 seconds or less Suns really paved the way for the pace and space style that we see throughout the league today, Grant.
You know, B.A. it really did. But, you know, it's interesting. I think there were those back then that thought it was kind of gimmicky. But, boy, has it changed. And I feel like we could have had more success if we had just gone all in on that approach.
Pass to Zubats. Buries it down low.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
And another one for KD putting together a beautiful offensive night.
The Clippers call timeout. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game is about the three ball today, but his focus was going hard into the paint and doing damage from inside.
God, this guy loves playing the role of the villain. It's what motivates him to play well on the road, I think. And he did just that tonight, channeling that energy in a positive way, getting a huge victory away from home. It's good.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
For the Nets, this one not looking good. It's Durant with a drive. And it's slammed in by Durant.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Jay. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
No debate there. He got hammered.
So the first one drops. And that'll push the lead to double digits. Both good from the line that time. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Unloads from 13. It doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Pass to Leonard. Here's Jay, guarded by Durant. Here's Jay. And the Clippers miss again. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Clippers.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. And go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
You guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates. And the wrecking ball on both ends.
Outside Finney-Smith. Out to the right wing.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
That's his second personal. Team second. Clippers substitution.
Here's Durant. Some solid defense from Gasol. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Jay. Off target at the rim. And here are the Nets now. It's a 10-point game. Muscala, no good. Pass to Jay. Bledsoe outside. Here's Jay. Back to Bledsoe. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you later.